ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Here Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kama Rupini. That Rupini should be short. It is long. It is a mistake. I forgot to correct in my slide. I'll do it in the next class. Saṃskṛtam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashashtaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagarthaviv Sampriptau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Yenaksharasamamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat kritsnam vyakarnam proktam tasmai paninaye namaha. Vakyakaram vararuchim bhashyakaram patanjalim paninim sutrakaram cha Pranatosmi Munitrayam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. In the last class, we saw Varnamala. Varnamala, otherwise called Aksharamala. And the Varnamala is divided into vowels and consonants. And we saw some of the vowels. We also studied that there are 13 plus 2 vowels in Samskrtam. They are called Swaraha or Swaravarnaha or Achaha. Achaha is a term, is the acronym it is used for denoting the vowels. When we see Panini Maheshwara Sutra, then you will understand what is Achaha. Now let us know the Samskrtam name for vowels as Swaraha. Swaraha Ekavachanam, that is singular. Swaraha Bahuvachanam, plural. Swaraha Swaravarnaha. And the vowels are classified into simple vowels and conjunct vowels. And we saw the simple vowels, the 9 simple vowels. And for some people, if they don't know how to write, I sent the video, the WhatsApp, probably would have seen that. How to write I, U, O, R. As I showed in the video, that is how it should be written. R and R. So that A, E, U, R and L These five are short vowels. A, E, U, R. These four are long vowels. I sent the PDF file to WhatsApp, so you can take a printout of it and practice. If you don't know Devanagari script. So these are the 9 simple vowels. So you have practiced, and now we will move on to the next division, which is conjunct vowels, otherwise called diphthongs. In Samskrtam it is called Sanyukta Swaraha or Mishra Swaraha. And now we will see what it is. So there are 13 vowels, 13 plus 2. That plus 2 that you need not count. So there are 13 vowels are there. And among the 13 vowels, 9 are simple vowels. And therefore, the remaining 4 will be conjunct vowels. What are they? That you can see in the screen. A, the first one is A, and second one is I, third one O, and the fourth one O. All these 4 conjunct vowels, they are long. They are long. A, I, O, O. There is no short A like in Tamil or in other languages. In Tamil we have A, but in Sanskritam there is no short A. A, I, similarly only O. O is not there. Long O is there. O only is there. There is no O. The short O is not there. O. Therefore, these 4 conjunct vowels, they are long vowels. A, I, O. If you have any difficulty in writing, I will send you through WhatsApp the video how to write. Therefore, now the 13 vowels, which has 9 simple vowels and 4 conjunct vowels that you can see. This is the order. A, I, U, R, L, A, I, O. In this, the 3 basic sounds are A, I, and U. These 3 are the basic sounds. All other sounds are the combination of these 3 sounds. That is why when you say Om, Om is a combination of these 3 basic sounds. A, I, and U. And now listen carefully. I tell you from where these sounds come from your mouth. You take the letter A. It is pronounced as A. A is nothing but a elongated form of A. A is short. A is long. So when you say A, if you watch closely, the sound comes from the throat. The place of articulation of A is the throat. From the throat, the sound comes. That is your tongue at the base, which is in contact with the throat, and from there, the sound comes. A. So you should not just open your mouth and expel air and say Ha. It's not Ha, it is A. The Ucharanam is very important. And therefore, the sound A is called guttural in English. I'll give the Samskrtam name later. The sound which comes from the throat, it is called guttural. 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 This is the first letter A. Now, the second one. E. E is short and E is long form of E. The sound E, it comes from the palate. That is, your tongue is in contact with the palate of your mouth. E. It doesn't touch the palate. There is a slight gap between the palate and the tongue, and the sound is produced. E. E. Therefore, the sound which comes from the palate is called palatals. So, a is guttural, e is palatal. You can write down. I will show the later. I'll share the file. That all these sounds will be there. Then the next one, oo. Ooh. Ooh is short and ooh is long. How do you pronounce ooh? Can you pronounce ooh without rounding your lips? You try. Just keep your mouth flat or just wide open and say ooh. You can't do it. So that clearly indicates the sound is produced from the lips with the help of lips. The tongue is required, but with the help of lips, the sound is produced. Therefore, ooh is called labial. Ooh is called labial. So, guttural, palatal, and labial. Then the next one, r. Is r. R is short and r is long. How do you pronounce this sound? To pronounce this, your tongue should touch the roof of your mouth. You have to fold your tongue and touch the roof of your mouth. Folding means not too much. It's just a little folding, and the tongue touches the roof and say r, r, the sound comes. That is called, the sound is called cerebral. cerebral. So now guttural, palatal, labial, and cerebral. That is the names given for these letters based on the place of pronunciation, and you know from now where the sound comes. Now the next one. Next one is L. It is L. There is no long L. It is not there. Only short one is there. This sound is produced when the tongue touches just above the upper teeth. L. L. There is a difference between cerebral and this one, the place of contact. And since this is just above the upper teeth, the contact is just above the upper teeth, this is called dental. The sound is called dental, and it is produced by touching just above the upper teeth. The tongue should touch just above the upper teeth. This is dental. L. So these are the basic sound. Now we will see the place of pronunciation of the conjunct vowels. So a is guttural, e is palatal, oo it is labial, r it is cerebral, and l is dental. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Then if you don't have, then I will move on to the next one. So these are the basic the place of pronunciation for these simple vowels. Now we will see the conjunct vowels. A, I, O, O. These four conjunct vowels are long vowels. How to write A? You can see that in the screen. A. It's simple to write. So this is A, long one. I, that is also long. You write A and put a stroke at the top, becomes I. Remember, there is no short A, only A, I. And how to write O, O, not O, O. You write A and put a stroke, becomes O. And how you write one, you put one more stroke at the top of O, becomes OW. So A, I, O, O. These four are conjunct vowels. And what is the difference between these two, the simple vowels and the conjunct vowels? If you closely observe, A, E, U, R, L. These simple vowels, they have the same sound from the beginning of the pronunciation till the end. From the beginning of uttering the letter till the end, the simple vowels have the same sound. A means so it's very difficult to observe the time of start and the time of completion of uttering the vowel, but there is no difference in the place of sound. There is no difference, and that sound is also same. A only. A is guttural. It's from the throat. E, palatal. U, labial. So U sound is the same sound. The moment you round your lips and say U from the beginning to the end, the sound is same. Similarly, the and lip. Whereas when you utter the conjunct vowels, you will see the sound begins. It begins with the sound of one vowel, and it will complete with the sound of another vowel. A, you say, the sound begins from the throat. A, and it ends with the palate. It's very difficult to observe, but that is how it is. Because our ancient rishis, they have done a lot of research on this, and that is how they have given the Shiksha, Prakaranam. So they say that AI, they are Sanyukta Swaraha. It is a mixture of two swaras, mixture of the sounds of two vowels. And how does it happen? Even you say A or I, the sound starts from the throat and ends with the palate. So it is a combination of the sound from the throat and the palate. The sound starts from the throat and ends with the palate. So therefore, A, I, it is both guttural plus palatal. That is why it is called a conjunct vowel, Sanyukta Swaraha. And O, Au, if you closely observe, these two also, the sound starts from the throat and ends with the lips. So it is a combination of the sound which starts from the throat and ends with the lip. Therefore, it must be the combination of guttural and labial. So therefore, A, I, O, Au, these four are called conjunct vowels. Why? Because it has the combination of the sound of two vowels. A and I is guttural plus palatal. O and Au is guttural plus labial. That is why these four are called conjunct vowels, and these four conjunct vowels are long vowels. There is no short form for these conjunct vowels. I hope you understand. I'm moving to the next slide. I'm giving here how the combination is. It's only a representation of the combination of the sound. A. When you say A, it's a combination of the sound A and E. What is the place of pronunciation of A? It is guttural. And for E, it is palatal. Therefore, A is a combination of the sound of A and E, that is guttural and palatal. And you can say the transliteration that you can slowly drop. So I have written only for some people who are find difficulty in understanding Devanagari script in the beginning. Then I, you can see I is a combination of the sound A and I. A and I becomes, sorry, A and A becomes I. I, the letter, it has a combination of the sound of A and I. Sorry, A and A, not I. So I is equal to A and A. We know the sound of the place of pronunciation of A is the throat. It's guttural. And A, that A, what you see, it's a combination of the sound of A and E. A is guttural and E is palatal. Therefore, I, the letter I, is a combination of the sound of A and A, that is guttural and palatal. Okay, so I is the combination of the sound of A and A is guttural and A is guttural plus palatal. Therefore, I should be the combination of guttural and palatal. So A and I, these two have this combination of these two sounds, guttural and palatal. And now O. O is a combination of the sound of A and U, guttural and labial. How is a combination of the sound of A and O. So what is the sound of O? O is the combination of A and U, that is guttural and labial. Therefore, how the sound of O is a combination of guttural plus palatal. So this is how the place of articulation is presented for these four conjunctive vowels. It is important to know the place of pronunciation. This will help you later when we do Sandhi rules. So now A, I, O, these four conjunctive vowels we have studied. So now we will move on to the next one. If you have any doubts, you can ask, or we'll move on. How A is pronounced? A is pronounced as in, you can see, gray. When you say gray, that A sound is there. And similarly, I is in my. This is a pronunciation help. It's you can take the help if you have difficulty in pronouncing the letter. And O is pronounced as in road or good. And ow is noun, down, that ow sound is there. So these are the four conjunct vowels. And the next one is the two more vowels, that is, there are 13 vowels, 13 plus 2 I said. What are those plus 2? The plus 2 is, you can see, one is The first one is and second one is aha. That is a and ha. Aha. And aha. These two letters, they are not included in the vowel list because these two are only the sample syllables given for the sound that nasal sound and similarly for aha, that the sound of this what you call it as visarga, that you'll see what it is. So these are only the two sample sounds. You can replace a by e also. A by e or u or r, you can replace by any vowel. So it will take that particular sound. When you see that is there, the dot at the top, that is called anuswaraha. It is called, you can see the dot on the top of the syllable, it is called anuswaraha. And that anuswara, it is pronounced along with the preceding vowel. Here the dot is there, and what is a vowel? Therefore, it is pronounced as Suppose if you replace a by e, it becomes im. That anuswara takes a sound of the vowel itself. It doesn't have separate sound. If you replace a by e, it becomes im. If you replace a by u, it becomes then rim, lim, om, aum. So it takes a sound. Similarly, aim. So you can replace the letter a by any of the vowel, and the anuswara takes the sound of that vowel. So the dot is called anuswaraha. Then the colon, what you see next to the letter a, that is called visarga. It is called visargaha. It is called visargaha. So visarga and anuswara, they don't have separate sound. It takes the sound of the vowel. So a and the visarga will give the sound aha. A and ha. Ha is, you have to open your mouth and say ha. Aha. And you can replace the letter a by e. Visarga doesn't have particular sound. It takes the sound of the vowel. So if you replace a by e, then it becomes ihi. It becomes ihi, not iha. You should not say iha. You should say ihi. And replace a by u. What will be the sound? Will be uhu. Uhu. So we say guruhu. How do we say guru? Why do we say guruhu? Guru, and ru, after that ru we have visarga. So guruhu. The visarga takes the sound of u. And if it is r, then it becomes rh. If it is r, then it becomes rh. If it is a, becomes eh. If the letter is a, if the visarga precedes the letter a, then it is eh. If it is I, Ramaihi, Lakshmanaihi. That is how I. If it is O, Oho, Lakshmanoho. Not Lakshmanoho is not that. Guroho, Guroho. That O, Guru and visarga is a Guroho, Oho. If it is Au, Auhu. The visarga takes a sound au, auhu. Au is as a sound of u. Therefore, auhu. So that is how these anuswara and visarga are pronounced. So they don't have independent pronunciation. Yeah, please ask.
Sanjay, I have a question. So does that also work the same way with the conjunct vowels, like a? So if you have a, if there is with anuswara on a, can we do aim?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said now. I said just so that. If it, again, I will tell. Please listen.
Sure.
You can mute your mic. Yeah. A, I, O, O. For these 4 conjunctive vowels, if anuswara is there, it becomes aim, aim, om, aum. Okay. If visarga is there, then ehe, aihi, oho, auhu. Okay. So that anuswara and the visarga takes the sound of the preceding vowels, whether it is simple vowels or conjunct vowels. So that is what you see in the screen. They are not independently used like other vowels. They don't have any specific sound. They take the sound of the preceding vowel. They add specific sound to the syllable they are added to. They get a specific sound based on the syllable to which they are added to. So, aha, im, ihi, uhu, rim, ruhu, lum, luhu, aim, ehe, aim, aihi, om, oho, aum, auhu. So that is how it is pronounced. That is why these 2 letters, and aha, it is only a sample letters to show the pronunciation for anuswara and visarga. That is why it is not included as part of the syllable. 13 plus 2, we always say 13 plus 2. So these are the vowels. And now you know the place of pronunciation of these vowels also. So having known this, now we'll get into what is short and long. You know what is short and long? Already I have told you. Yeah.
I just have a small question. The visarga for the r and the rh, if I observe, when we say aha or aha, we see that at the end when we stretch, like you said, it takes the sound of the vowel itself. But for r and r, when we say rh, it just stops at the. So we don't see the r at the end. Is that something? My observation is that right?
I'll answer your question now.
Okay, all right.
So, r is there, and r, when you say r, that when you add visarga to it, it becomes r. That r, when you say what is the sound, the last sound seems to be like it r.
Okay.
That repas sound is there. That is very difficult to observe.
Okay.
It becomes r, for example.
Okay.
I'm not getting any example now. I'll tell you later when we see some words.
Right.
So it becomes r.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, the another way of classifying the vowels based on the time taken to utter the vowel can be classified into short vowel and long vowel.
Sharanji?
Yeah.
Can you just repeat the visarga and anuswara for the conjunctive one more time?
Yeah. I'll go back and tell you. A, I, O, Au. These 4 are conjunct vowels. Is there any doubt in this?
No. Yeah.
Okay. And adding anuswara to A, I, O, Au. these 4 conjunct vowels, the sound will be, you can mute your mic please. A will become aim, aim. Okay, that gets the sound of aim. I'm, the next conjunct, I. Then O is there. You add anuswara to it, becomes Om. That is Om. In fact, Om is a long one. You should not say even the Pranava mantra, Om, it is not Om. Om. You cannot make it short. It is long. Om. Om. You cannot make it short and you cannot make it long also, too long. Om. That is also not correct. Since it's a mantra, every letter is a mantra. In Saṃskṛtam, every letter is a mantra. And when we are saying anuswara, I said im, aim, aim. Aim is the bijakshara, is the bija mantra for Saraswati. So every letter is a mantra. Therefore, when you say O and with anuswara, it becomes Om. Om is a Pranava mantra. Okay. That Om is a long vowel. It should not be pronounced short or too long. It only takes that much of time to pronounce. It must be pronounced only in that, for that time only. Okay. And now Au. Au will become Om. 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 In some tradition, they say, this is only a side point, doesn't have any significance. Om is the replacement for Om when a mantra is chanted, particularly for women. This is some tradition, they say. I'm not sure how far it is correct. This is an incidental point. So Om and Aum. Okay. So every letter is a mantra. In Saṃskṛtam, every letter is a mantra. And particularly this Anuswara, you will see every Devata will have a Bija Akshara. Bija Akshara. For Saraswati, it is Aim. For Lakshmi, it is Shreem. So it is with the combination of Anuswara that Bija Akshara is there. And later when we see consonants, that Ga is there. Gam. Gam is Ganapati. So this Anuswara, combination with the vowels, it is pronounced in the same sound of the vowel. So A will become Aim, I will become Aim, O will become Om, Au will become Aum. And with Visarga, how it is pronounced? A is a sound. So A, he. Now A, and when it is preceded followed by Visarga, it is pronounced as A, he. That Visarga doesn't have separate sound. It takes a sound of the preceding vowel. That is A, he. It is not A, ha. That is not correct. A, he. I, the next one. I is there. I, he. You have to observe the last sound of the conjunct vowels. And that sound, the Anuswara or the Visarga takes. So A, when you say that A sound is the A, he. I, when you say that E sound is the I, he. And when you utter O, that has sound of O sound is there, becomes O. Au, it has a sound of U. So Visarga takes a sound Au. I think I answered your question.
Yeah, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I got it.
Now we'll move on to the next one. So we have seen how the vowels are classified. vowels are classified into simple vowels and conjunct vowels. Simple vowels are the basic vowels, and conjunct vowels are the combination of the two simple vowels. So that is a classification. 9 simple vowels and 4 conjunct vowels. So 9 plus 4, 13 vowels are there, plus 2. Plus 2 is with anusvara and with visarga. So this is one way of looking at the vowels. Now the second way of looking at the vowels, based on the time taken to pronounce the vowel. It is short vowel and long vowel. The unit of time taken to pronounce a vowel, it is called matra. It is called matraha. Matra is the time taken to pronounce a vowel. And you know only vowels can be pronounced. Only vowels can be pronounced. Consonants cannot be pronounced independently. We will see that when we look into consonants. So, if the vowel takes 1 unit of time, the unit of time could be a second or anything. Okay, it takes 1 unit of time. If you say 1 second, say if the vowels take 1 unit of time, then it is a short vowel. If the vowel takes 2 units of time, then it's a long vowel. So 1 unit of time, short vowel. 2 units of time, long vowel. So a, e, u, not a, e, u, r, l. A, e, u, r, l. These 5 are short vowels. And a, e, u, r, a, I, o, au. These 8 are long vowels. Please mute your mic. Please mute. Yeah, somebody's mic is on. You have to mute. Yeah. So these 8 are long vowels. So we have 5 short vowels and 8 long vowels. So 8 plus 5 is 13. So what are the short vowels? A, e, u, r, l. And long, a, e, u, r, a, I, o, au. So 8 long vowels. And in the 8 long vowels, there are 4 conjunct vowels, and therefore all the 4 conjunct vowels are long vowels. You can see here, I have given all the vowels, and you can see the difference. What is the difference between the short and the long vowels? Some color differences here. A, e, u, r, and l. These 5 are short vowels. A, e, u, r, a, I, o, au. These are long vowels. Okay. So another way of looking at the vowels based on the time is long and short. 5 long vowels and 5 short vowels and 8 long vowels. In the long vowels, a, e, u, r. These are nothing but the elongation of the short vowels a, e, u, r. Whereas a, I, o, au. These 4 are conjunct vowels, and these 4 are long vowels also. That is why I said there is no short form of a or I, o, au. There is no short form for it. Any doubt in this? No. Okay. We'll move on. So the time taken to pronounce a short vowel is 1 unit of time, and for long vowels it is 2 units of time. And therefore, the conjunct vowels, which are long vowels, it takes 2 units of time. All conjunctive vowels are long vowels. And now there is something more. What it is? Vowels can be pronounced by stretching it for more than 2 units of time. Like in you can see the Om is there. Unless it is specified like this, Om, Om you see, and after O, you see the letter 3 is there. This is just an example. So 3 means it is Saṃskṛta numeral, the 3, what you see. Om, you can see. Elongated or protracted vowels are those which take more than 2 units, like in Om, which is there. That 3, that Saṃskṛta numeral for the 3. So it takes, if it's more than 2 units of time, then it is called Plutaha. Then it is called Pluta. Pluta means vowels which take more than 2 units of time. It means it can be 3, 4, 5, anything. More than 2 units of time, it is called Pluta. So these Plutas, it is not in the spoken language. You will find in the Vedas. In the Veda, in the Vedic chanting, you will find the stretching of these vowels for more than 2 units of time. You will see that. For example, if you have heard the Taittiriya Upanishad and all, you will see that. Taittiriya Upanishad in the last, I think, Brahmananda Valli, it is the last portion, you will see. Ha, 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 hu, agamannam, 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 agamannado, agamannado, agamannadaha. So here if you see, it is stretched more than 2 units of time, only in chanting, Vedic chanting. So that elongated vowel, that sound is called Plutaha. Even in spoken language, suppose if you say, you are calling somebody, you're calling the person with the name Rama. Hey Rama, I mean the person at a long distance, you are calling. So when you call, then Rama, you are stretching it for more than 2 units of time. So then it becomes Pluta. But when you talk, you don't say Rama, you don't stretch it. It is Rama. It is only Rama. But when you are calling a person who is at some distance, then you stretch the vowel, the last vowel, for more than 2 units of time. Then it is called Pluta. Plutaha. Plutaha is the plural form. Pluta. So, based on the time taken, we have only these 2. One is short, other one is long. The third one is Pluta. Okay, what is the Saṃskṛtam? I have given the Saṃskṛtam word for the vowels. I mean, when you take more than 2 units of time. What about for the short and the long? I'll give later. You will see it is, because for that you should know consonant. For this also you should know consonant. For that the Saṃskṛtam word I'll give later. You will see that. Now, just to summarize what we have seen so far, there are 13 plus 2 vowels are there. And before that, Saṃskṛtam uses Devanagari script, and it is classified into vowels and consonants. Vowels are separately, distinctly there in Devanagari script, unlike in English. So 13 plus 2 vowels are there, and the vowels can be classified into simple vowels and conjunctive vowels based on the starting sound and the completion sound. Based on the sound which is produced at the beginning and the sound at the end. So based on that, the vowels are classified into simple vowels and conjunctive vowels. And there are 9 simple vowels and 4 conjunctive vowels. Another way of classification is based on the time taken to pronounce the vowel. It is short vowels and long vowels. And there are 5 short vowels and 8 long vowels. And the 4 simple vowels, a, e, u, r, they are long vowels. And the 4 conjunctive vowels, there are only 4 conjunctive vowels, and these 4 conjunctive vowels are long vowels. Therefore, all conjunctive vowels are long vowels. So this is the summary of what we discussed today. So if you have any doubt in this, you can ask. And there is a shloka here. It is in Saṃskṛtam. If you can read, it is fine. Otherwise, I will tell the meaning of this shloka. Ekamatro bhaved hrasvaha. This hrasvaha is a word for short. Hrasvaha is a word for short vowel. Dvimatro dirgha uchyate. Dvimatro dirgha uchyate. Dirgha means long. Trimatrastu pluto nyeyaha. Plutaha is more than 2 units of time. Vyanjanam cha ardhamatrakam. Vyanjanam cha ardhamatrakam. The consonants has only ardhamatra, half unit of time. So vowels, the short vowels have 1 unit of time, long vowels have 2 units of time, and pluta has more than 2 units of time, and consonants has half unit of time. Ekamatro bhaved hrasvaha, vimatro dirgha uchyate, trimatrastu pluto nyeyaha, vyanjanam chardhamatrakam. So this shloka tells the time taken by the vowels and the consonants. So with this we will complete. Before we complete, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Kinchit samseka asti va? Nasti va? You can unmute your mic now. Nasti. Samichinam.
Asti, Sharanji.
Thank you. So I'll chant the Shanti mantra, then we will conclude. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavada.